how do you guide it? How do you steer it? Just follow the rails with it to drill your hole in the coal. You start with this bit and then put this longer one on. And then when you get in as far as you want to go into the face of your coal, you take, you always have a magazine around or something. You just make one of these. And then you take the fuse and tie a knot in the end of it, up about 3 inches on the end. And take your pocket knife and notch it so that you can see the black powder in the fuse. And you push that down in here along this area. And then you take your powder can that has powder in it and fill it up like this with black powder. And after you get it filled with powder, then you crimp it like this, back over, like that, and then you slide it in the hole. And we had a, what they call a tamping bar that had a copper end on it so that it wouldn't make sparks, because if it made a spark in your hand,
you were done for.
You're gone.
Yeah.
So you push that up in there. Sometimes I would put in 1, 2, maybe 3 of these if I was in 8 feet and had to push out maybe 5 or 6 feet of coal. I'd put 3 or 4 of these in. And then we'd make our little dummies. We'd make our mine, the particular mine I worked in, had a clay floor. So we'd roll us up some nice little round like frankfurters, put in there, and we just pound that all the way up and leave maybe this much fuse sticking out. And we'd put in all our shots, 1 for the top, 1 for the bottom to break the bottom out, and 2 possibly to push the coal up. And then we light them all. I had a carbide light. I'd just take it off and light them like this. And we'd head on out, and then we'd just go out there where we offer the main entry in the little room there and count our shots and see if they all went off. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, make lots of smoke. Plenty of smoke, blue smoke. But that's the way we used to do it, and then of course later on they got, and this is the signal, you push the car out and give him a bell, put him on the hoist, and the hoist man would take it up. And 1 bell stop. This was out on the main entry, so you always had it there so you could stop it. Tell the motorman what to do up there. And over the years, that's the sediment that was in it.
Gosh.
And when they discovered it, found it, this was all the water that was going through.
So this is what copper ore looks like.
Yeah,
is this from here?
That's high grade copper.
Because they don't have high.
That
they
come
have
out
high?
of your Carfork mine. And that's all put through a process and smelled it out, and then put through out the lab and put through the screens, tested in these little burning furnace here, and then we see how high grade it was, and then this is the finished. Smelled around at this particular place right here. And these are some of the old pictures taken at the old Stockton Saloon in 1910. The old brass spittoons, brass rail. With some of their old miners and some of their operations. But I didn't know too much about that area over there. This is one of the lead and silver and bullion bar from the smelter over at Stockton. Oh, that's a heavy thing. This particular machine, I'll show you the wagons outside. They used to haul ore down from on this steam operated engine, and they would haul 3 of these, or 3 or 5 of them down around those switchbacks and down that mountain. I don't know how they ever navigated it. Here's some of your carbide lights that you use down the mine. So you take and unscrew the bottom part. That little bottom part, you unscrew that, and you take the carbide kernels and you put down in there about like a pea. And you put them down in there about half full. Then this top reservoir, you see the pop-up lid,
right,
you fill that with water, And then you would adjust this, you see the little notches?
Mm-hmm.
You would adjust that so that the water would just drip, drip. It'd form a gas and come out here, and then it's got a flint down on the side. See,
Yeah.
you hit that and the flame would jump out, and then you adjust this thing till you had a nice flame going down. They showed a pretty good light. Put them together and they're laying down all the way across their canyon, and then they would come along with their engine and rear them up, put them together all the way till they got all the way across.
Oh, right, yeah.
Boy, they fit too. They were all beveled, so those old guys know what they're doing. They're working with 12 by 12 timbers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Great big heavy timbers. And
Yeah.
when they got them together and got them bolted
So
together,
they were all lying
and
down and you just put them up.
and pull them
That's
up.
incredible, isn't it?
I'll say, well, it's nothing but a lot of hard work, though. Not to go. We've lost most of our beach over there.
Yeah.
It's really, it's real solitary. Got to put the steel coils around it, and it build up until there's just a little trickle going through there. That was up one of our canyons here, so you can see the minerals that was
Yeah.
in this water. It's terrific. Here's your model. This was their plant that they tore down and hauled away. This is a scale model.
Right, so where was this? This was the one near here.
Mm-hmm. And we had a Angora goat. Have you seen those that have the crinkly hair?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the kind we had up on the ranch. And of course we named him Old Bill. And every Monday we washed. Mom would say, okay, go get Old Bill. And we had a field about 50 acres up there, and right down, it went right down to a corner. And we couldn't get down there to cut the hay, so we just let the willows grow and the hay grow and the grass grow down in there. Every Monday morning, guess where Old Bill was? He was down there, hid up. And I remember when I was a kid, we'd go down there and he'd be looking around. He'd say, oh, they're coming to get me, you know, it's wash day. And we'd go down. He wouldn't want to come. I don't blame him. So he would, we'd get a hold of him. I'd get a hold of one side, and my sister on her, brother on the other side, and he'd run. Away we'd come up to the ranch house. And Mom would just say, okay, Bill. He'd jump up in here. We'd take this brake off. We'd set this about where we wanted a certain pitch, you know. As you went steeper, give it more power, see? Because he was heavier. We used to run him about there, and then he'd start walking.
Right.
See, he'd start walking. We're unhooked right there. I'd show you how that works. Happened to come unhooked the other day. But anyway, he'd walk all day, walk all day. We had a bin up here. We had carrots in there and cookies and everything out of the kitchen. You know, feeding kids, spoiling. See how the belt wore the
Yeah.
so many years of washing. We used that for years and years and years, that old powered machine.
Mm.
They wore those on the legs. Here's a little bellows to start fire, you know.
Yeah.
Here's another churn.
Babies delivered $35.
Uh-huh.
It's a bit
Office
cheaper
call
than
$5. You can't even look in the door for $5, can you, nowadays?
Presumably that's what brought.
Go ahead.
That's what brought people here.
That's true, you bet. This thing here was the hot in the summertime,
Oh.
with all that heat coming back from that engine. I don't know all the procedures here, but here's what they used to run on 220 pounds, and when they got that much pressure built up, they would pull this thing and it would release the steam into those drivers. The brakeman, the conductor sat up here, and he'd look through there and look over the top of everything and see what was going. And then they stayed in here, the crew stayed in here. Here's the old stretcher.
Oh, right, yeah.
They're hanging there. Here's the old water barrel. You know, on a hot day, you reach down in there and get a drink of warm water. Wouldn't that be something? That.
ices and
There's no
electricity.
fridges, no. Yeah, that's quite different. You know, they get to keep warm, and they're bunks. That's
Yeah.
where they slept, and here's your overhead. Sleep in
I
there.
don't like to sleep in there.
No, me either. But that's the way it used to run. It's quite unique.